What is going on? Coming at you on another beautiful Tuesday morning from the sunny island of Maui, Hawaii. Let me know what your name is and where you're coming in from. Coming at you for another episode of the Misha Wilson Show. And as always, if you guys get value, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon notification button, and let me know what your biggest takeaway was in the comments section below. I love reading each and every single comment, and I try to reply to every single one as well. With that said, in today's video, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the right way to use social proof versus the wrong way to use social proof, how to use it correctly to position yourself in a way that makes you attractive to others, allows you to go ahead and make sales, and does so in a way without turning off a large portion of the actual audience marketplace and people who are going ahead and tuning in to you. So as always, if you get value, give me some comments, likes, hearts, and shares. And with that said, I'll go ahead and dive right in. So today's video is actually sparked by talking with a student and having a conversation with a student, kind of looking at his overall strategy and noticing kind of, issue that he was having in how he was presenting some of his results that was the incorrect way, and essentially a method of presenting a result that long term would not build him, in a positive way when it comes to positioning in the marketplace. So in essentially going through all of his different stuff and looking at all of his campaigns, his social media posts, his YouTube videos, and so on and so forth, which was really cool, was that this person was making progress. This person was taking action. This person was getting out and doing stuff. And as a result, he was starting to see success, right? He was starting to generate leads. He was starting to make sales. He was starting to go ahead and drive results for his business. He was starting to earn commissions. He was starting to hit leaderboards and so on and so forth, which is awesome. The issue was when I looked at how he was presenting the actual message behind when he went ahead and accomplished his result, it was out of alignment with how you want to position yourself in the marketplace. So one of the most attractive, positions and identities within the marketplace is the humble leader, the person who doesn't want the recognition, who doesn't want the spotlight, who doesn't want to be put out there, the reluctant hero, who doesn't want to be, in the forefront of everything, yet finds himself, in the spotlight. It finds himself, with attention, yet finds himself being, sought out by others for advice because they have the knowledge, they have the information, and they have the tactics and the strategies to help people to go ahead and succeed. And so if we come firstly from, we know that that's the attractive stance, right? We know that being the reluctant hero and being the person who's kind of shy about putting yourself out there all the time, who's a little bit hesitant to constantly nonstop, seek the spotlight, but instead almost doesn't want the spotlight, but's forced into the spotlight based on the fact that, again, your tactics, your strategies, and your secrets are so powerful that everyone needs them. What we also have to look at is we have to look at what's opposite of that and what we shouldn't do if we're trying to be more like the reluctant hero. And essentially what my student was doing was the exact opposite of what the reluctant hero would do. Every single time he saw a result, he would go on Facebook and he would congratulate himself for the success. And he would take a screenshot of it. He would congratulate himself for the success. And he would congratulate himself on hitting a certain milestone or benchmark in his business. And inevitably, that led to a few sales here and there, led to some attention. But the problem is long-term, you're sacrificing your position in the marketplace. And most importantly, you're sacrificing essentially how the really important influencers in the marketplace look at you. So every single time he'd, go out and post one of these posts, he might get a little bit of attention. He might get, a few comments, likes, shares. His specific little audience might go ahead and, congratulate him and give him recognition, etc. But long term, it would turn off a large percentage of the market. I made this mistake when I first got started, so I'm not above it. But with that said, there's a better way to use social proof. There's a more effective way to use social proof. And again, there's a way that use social proof to get the same result, making the sale now, producing the result now, getting engagement now, but also building your brand in a positive way long term. And the art behind it comes down to essentially being able to allude to and demonstrate your expertise, your value, your knowledge, your skill sets through either A, story, so the power of story, or B, actually showing someone through, tutorial, through demonstration, maybe on a webinar, in a video, on a blog post, whatever it may be, how you went ahead and accomplished a result, so that when they see that you're able to accomplish that result, your audience naturally picks up on the fact that you're able to do that thing. And then you want your audience to be the people who are talking about the skill set and essentially the results that you're able to produce. All right. So one more time, instead of you going out and talking about all the different huge results you've been able to accomplish, congratulating yourself, you want to position the message in a way where you're telling a story that has your audience essentially walk down a path where they come to the conclusion that you're really good at, fill in the blank, lead generation, making sales, high ticket sales, YouTube marketing, whatever it is that you're wanting to go ahead and once again lead them to. And then from there, you want them to go ahead and congratulate you on being good at that thing. And then when your audience is congratulating you, when your audience is building you up, when your audience and followers are going ahead and doing the legwork for you, you don't deny it. All right. You don't come out and say, yes, I am indeed the best thing ever. I am indeed the person who's the best at XYZ. And yes, I have accomplished all these results. You very simply take the recognition, take the praise. Don't go ahead and deny it, but at the same time, let your audience build your legend for you instead of you constantly trying to go ahead and build your legend yourself. And it's kind of like, I made a post on my Facebook profile last night about people who tip well at restaurants and take a picture of the tip and post it on their social media. And how for me, when I see that, cool, it's awesome that you gave a good tip, but it turns me off from following you in the future. And it's the same thing. If, again, that person, it's kind of weird because no one would know you tip, right? But if that person had a following and an audience that said, God, this person is so generous. This person's awesome. This person tips so well. This person gives back. This person contributes. This person, supports causes and so on and so forth. That is infinitely more powerful than the person themselves coming out and saying, I support causes. I tip well. I deserve this recognition. To let other people build you up versus you trying to always build yourself up. And look at how you might put certain systems in place. You can have it with a peer group where you actually essentially build this out, but look at how you can put systems in place to go ahead and accomplish that goal, right? Maybe you have a group of 5 different people where whenever you hit a big result, you write a blog post about how you did it. So here's, just a little bit of contrast between the two. Instead of you going out and posting, look at me, I made 30 sales in the last 12 days. Instead of doing that, you write a blog post and you write a super valuable blog post saying, how to make 30 sales in the next 5 days, how I did it, and how you can too. And you list out all the different ways you did it. You show the result, you show the social proof inside the actual blog post itself, and you walk them through and you provide value and you demonstrate your value by showing them how you did it. And then from there, maybe you have a peer group of 3 or 4 or 5 different people that when you post the blog post on your social media profile, because the blog post is instead of, look at me, I made 30 sales in 2 days, it's how to make 30 sales in 2 days, how I did it, and exactly how you can too. You're leading with value. So once again, it's positioned differently in the marketplace. And then from there, maybe 3 or 4 of your peers congratulate you. And whenever they have a blog post, you congratulate them. And whenever the next person has a blog post, you congratulate them as well. And you create a little inner circle of people who give people recognition, who build each other up, who provide value to the marketplace in a cool way. But at the end of the day, all of which positions you as, once again, the, humble, attractive, and reluctant hero who has the skill sets, who has the tactics, who has the strategy that people need to succeed and therefore sought out after by his following, yet isn't always looking directly for the spotlight, isn't always trying to get into the spotlight, and isn't, once again, coming from a place of desperation, coming from a place of neediness, and coming from a place that at the end of the day is not positioned in a way that is powerful. Because whenever you post that thing on Facebook, whenever you post that thing on social media, trying to get attention, in the short term, you will make a sale, but in the long term, you will look needy. In the long term, you will look desperate. And in the long term, you're not coming from a place of power based on the fact that you're asking for attention, you're asking for recognition, you're asking the market for recognition versus the market giving you recognition. And long term, it will hurt your brand, it will diminish your position in the marketplace. And at the end of the day, it'll build a reputation that I can almost guarantee you do not want. So with that said, hope you got value out of today's post. If you did, give me some comments, likes, hearts, and shares, all that jazz. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon notification button, or maybe it's down here. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was in the comments section below. I love reading each and every single comment, and I try to reply to each and every single one as well. And with that said, hope you got a ton of value. Till next time, guys, over and out.